there's always news. It's time for our segment called That's News to Me. Dun, 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 dun.
Nice sound effects by us, Darren.
Thank you. That was my own sound effects. Lizzo. You've heard of Lizzo, right, Micah?
Tell me, this can't be good. I know where this is going. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's see.
No, it is going where it is. So about a month ago, Lizzo was accused of having a hostile work environment and sexual harassment. So there is a second lawsuit by a former Lizzo employee. So following her sexual harassment and body shaming allegations from dancers that she employed, she is now grappling with hostile work environment lawsuit from another team member. It is a fashion designer of hers that works. So this is the second accusation and second lawsuit, this time for hostile work environment. Micah, my question, or go ahead. My question to you is, a few years ago when the Me Too movement and That's Time Up movement, which I did support and still support, we had this subset of Believe All Women. What do we do in this case? Because we have Lizzo denying these causes or these charges, but we have women. This is 100% women accusing Lizzo of these workmen. So which women do we believe here?
I think separating that out for me, again, all of this is really too early. If we don't have any, if you are well known and you have money, you are going to get sued.
Right.
I just think we're too early here. It's like, Ed Sheeran. How many lawsuits did he have for copyrights? And it took him 7 years, and he won.
Yep.
So, we're moving on. So, this is a hard one for me. What you do in the news is you talk about what's happening. The problem for me is I just don't feel like I got any flour, sugar, egg yolks.
We don't.
All I got here is just a little bit of vanilla. I got vanilla. They're gonna go to court or they're gonna settle.
Bet they settle, yeah.
And if they settle, I don't know. That says something. It doesn't. It kind of doesn't, but it kind of does. So all we got right now is a little hint of vanilla and cinnamon. We don't actually have any of our ingredients to bake bread. It's a little bit early. For everybody, I hope it ends well, and I hope the person that should be accused or that did the wrong thing should have their punishment. I.e., if you falsely accused somebody, you should be in trouble, and if you did things, you should be in trouble.
I think they will settle. And usually settlements is because it's cheaper than dragging it out in court.
I think you're right. And it would just be for her name and to save face, and I'm not sure Lizzo cares in this moment, but we're going to find out.
But I do think it also signals that, we can't believe all women 100% of the time.
Well, I think that's a very unusual statement.
No, it's not. Why?
I mean, you could say you can't believe all people all the time. I think you don't have to isolate.
No, because I'm talking about a very particular movement. I'm not talking about an accusation. I'm talking about what occurred 3 years ago with the phrase "believe all women." I'm talking singularly about that. And so now, when all the accusations, there was hey, we should just believe all women all the time. I am saying here we have women accusing other women, so it's statistically impossible to believe all women. Someone's lying.
Yeah, I will tell you on this situation again. I don't believe all people. Period.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one for me. These are very fine lines, and I frankly think sometimes the pendulum shifts too far. It's how change often comes about, and I wish it didn't. But a lot of benefits have come from movements that were swung hard.
And I also think probably Lizzo made some jokes at work because she thought the people that worked for her were her friends, and she took it too far.
I
think they're pouncing.
And I'll bet Lizzo's intense, man. I can see her just being real fired up. I don't think she's chill. So
probably true. All right, listen, we're in that news to me on the Darren Mike Show. All right, here is a story I'm supremely interested in. There is a company out there called OpenAI. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. It's in the news. One of their companies is called ChatGPT, which is an app you can use. I do use it in work from time to time, and my kids use it for school and other things. But anyway, OpenAI is facing another copyright infringement lawsuit. There was one by Sarah Silverman, the author and comedian, about a month ago. This time, It includes the author George R.R. Martin, who writes the everything that's behind Game of Thrones and a bunch of other things, and another author. Anyway, they are accusing OpenAI of training this artificial intelligence app known as ChatGPT on about protected text, using protected text without authorization. In fact, 17 authors and the Authors Guild, I don't know what that is, submitted a firmly worded complaint against OpenAI and all the appropriate entities, saying that they are using text without authorization. Now, this is authorship, but I bring this up because I think music is right on the heels of this. I don't know how it will be.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I think we're going to see more and more of these because, I mean, how does AI work, right?
So AI works like it is what's called a large language
Yeah.
model. It goes and looks at large
That's right.
sets of language
That's right.
and finds patterns in those language
Yep.
and then provides answers and directions based on the patterns they find.
Yep.
So if you say, I want a song in the voice of Bob Dylan, it's
Yep.
going to go and look at all the sentence structures
Yep.
of Bob Dylan and the type of words he used and then write a Bob Dylan song for you. And Bob has the ability to say a lot of this revolves around copyrighted material.
Yeah. I
And
think
so
it's
you're
going to
not
be
allowed to use it.
It's going to be fascinating. I'm really curious to see how this keeps opening up and how this evolves. It is at the forefront of our society and many across the world, and it is very interesting. I do not have a good answer.
I don't either, but here's what I do believe. I believe
I do believe
that this is going to be tied up in courts for years
Oh, yeah.
and years to come.
Because it's going to be so hard to create a case on this.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Supreme Court is pretty conservative right now. They're going to be protective of this stuff, and I've got to say I support it. I want to protect all that original content as much as possible.
Yeah, it's
and
so tough.
I do not want to undercut the years and decades that artists and all walks of life have put in just to have it bastardized by artificial intelligence. It does not seem fair to me.
I think it's so tough because I am a firm believer in creativity and cultivating that. But I'm also a firm believer in using tools and the things that we have and the technology to help us create and release. So it is a really tough one for me. And you know, I'm so involved with younger students, and this one for me is an example. I'll work with a younger student that is, you know, plays piano. They're learning guitar.
Right.
They take vocal lessons and coaching. They're taking music production lessons with me. They're starting to play drums. They're writing melodies and they're writing words.
Right.
And these kids are amazing, but they're also overwhelmed.
Right.
And so, you know, utilizing some of the tools are like nobody is going in here and suing anybody for using a drummer algorithm. So they have these drummer sequences. So let's find this interesting. And I constantly think just strictly professional musicians are underappreciated, and their material is never credited the way it should be, and they should be making royalties on it. I mean, here's an example. You can go into my program that records music. It's called a DAW, and then in there you can just click on this thing, and it's a drummer, and you can put pop songwriter drummer,
right,
and it will spit out an algorithm, and it will play the drums, and then it gives you variants and options. I mean, it is amazing. I have released songs with this before.
Sure.
Who's out suing for the drummers?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. And so we have a little bit of a two-folded thing here where we value certain things in the arts more than others. And here's one that's getting really, really sensitive. But I have felt for years that softwares and DAWs, which are basically taking jobs, you could say, but replacing real musicians, and that's why we don't see them as much on the stage more and more as they go. That's for money. It's a separate topic. Anyways, I find it very interesting. Nobody's defending for the drummers and the musicians. I got programs that play guitar for me now. I don't even have to play guitar. I just hit a button.
So your comments are spot on. They're correct, and the analogy is apt. I think the line for me is right here. One is drums are one component to compose an entire song. And a drum track is a tool. However, AI that does all of your thinking and all the production for you is not a tool.
Well, it's just
That
doing
is
writing.
Cliff Notes cheat sheet.
It's just
is what
doing
it is.
writing right now, but you could argue that
No, no. AI can produce artwork. If you want to say,
Yeah.
hey, take King Kong
Yep.
and make him
Yep.
look like Superman, it'll do that for you.
yeah.
It's replacing Photoshop. I mean,
Yeah.
it can produce anything.
I mean, we're one step away of them
So
taking
it's not
all
a tool,
the things.
it's a replacement.
There's a thing taking all the things in music production because there's chord setups, automatic. There's drum automatic. There's automatic bass lines, riffs. There. I mean, that has to be already here. There's automatic mixing now. AI mixing.
And I would say, well, playing drums is incredibly difficult, but the level of complexity of a basic drum beat, kick, snare, is not going to be the same of a 6-instrument song. And then you got to work around the vocalist range and then put in a bridge. Then it becomes very complex. And so, for me, the line is complexity somewhere.
It'd be a really interesting debate because I think I've always found this interesting. Like, one person can paint a painting,
Right.
but one person can't play a band.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I
it can't
think
make
it's
music.
complexity.
But I think it undersells the complexity of how difficult it is to actually play 4 on the floor perfectly and play simple
that's
drum
execution
beats.
versus the composition.
Yeah, I do agree on composition versus execution.
Yeah.
But let's say we look at the sub guitarist that came in for Sweet Home Alabama, and he played that riff, which would be arguable composition.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, but it's composition. And then he made nothing.
Well,
He got paid $100 for showing up.
That's not cool either.
I'm with you. It's tough on execution, but I think execution is underappreciated. Is my standpoint.
agree.
But I hear what you're saying. It's a really interesting conversation. We'll keep having it. But
Smarter
I think
people than I are going to have to figure this out.
yeah. But I frankly think drums are the same as painting, and painting's the same as writing, and singing's the same as drums.
I can be convinced of that.
And yeah, that each one carries their own level of difficulty. The reason we love music is because it's typically, many times, it's a collaboration of multiple artists together.
All right. Well, moving along on That's News to Us here on 94.3 FM.
Real heady one there.
So, yes. Hey, this is a lighter one. Super Bowl. Micah is a sports fan.
I know where
He
you're going.
follows the 49ers.
Yep.
I follow the Cowboys. I'm tired of Dak Prescott. I want his era to be over with the Cowboys.
I'm commiserating with you today.
Yes.
not
Anyway, this Super Bowl 2024, the headliner has been announced, and it is Usher. Usher. So if you don't know who that is, you should. He is very big. But anyway, Usher has said this is an honor of a lifetime to finally check a Super Bowl performance off his bucket list. I can't wait to bring the world a show unlike anything else they've seen from me before. So Usher will be...
What do you think, Darren?
I think...
What's your level of stoke?
I think it's a great pick. Are there bigger, more known artists out there? Are there artists that I enjoy and like more? Absolutely there is. However, we got in a super weird thing 15 years ago that if you don't have Elton John or Paul McCartney or some 70-year-old lifetime stellar person, then they're not big enough, which is just completely ridiculous. Usher has the skins on the wall. He's been doing it a long time. Super talented. Absolutely.
I think he's also going to put on a great show, real entertainer, which will be fun, and he's going to bring friends.
Yeah, 100%.
100% going to bring friends. I feel similar, but I am excited about it. I think he'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to watch, and he'll do something very extravagant. And his dance.
A lot
moves.
of people weren't excited about Eminem and Dre and Snoop. And
that was the best Super Bowl of all time.
They crushed it.
They crushed it.
Well, speaking of superstar, Adele, she announced that she'll no longer be taking selfies with fans during her Las Vegas show. Adele's 35 now, which freaks me out.
Wow. That
I thought she was
fast.
like 28.
I thought she was 30, 32.
Yeah. But anyway, she is worried about COVID, which is spiking right now. But anyway, she's no longer be taking selfies because she doesn't want to get sick while she's during her Las Vegas residency, and I don't blame her. So Adele No longer doing
Yeah,
selfies.
you know Paul McCartney doesn't do selfies either.
He probably doesn't do it for a completely different reason.
Yeah, he said I'll sign autographs. I'm happy to sign an autograph, but I've just never done selfies. It's just too invasive.
Yeah.
So I completely respect that, and I would
You never know who you're going to pose a photo with too. They're going to end up being some serial killer a week later.
I've been around a number of famous people, and like unless I never ask for a selfie, unless there's something that happened where we're like joking and having fun, and like we've talked, and they're like, and it seems like completely appropriate.
Yeah.
And and it's like, hey, can we have a picture? But it'd be like, it's really rare. It's 10, 15, 20 minutes into us hanging out. I'm not walking by somebody and throwing a
6 months ago. There was a guy that got a photo with the actor Timothy Robbins, and he posted it and said, "Hey, just hanging out with Timothy Robbins today." And Timothy saw it because the guy tagged him, and Timothy goes, "We did not hang out. You asked me for a selfie. I took it, and we were gone in a few seconds."
Yeah.
So
100%.
Timothy called him out on it. So
yeah, as I think they should. You could just say, passed by Timothy Robbins.
Yeah, you're not hanging with him. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we're in the news section. This is the last news item. Madonna. This is crazy to me. So just about 2 weeks ago, MTV had their video music awards. I watched part of it. I need to go back and watch the rest of it. But anyway, MTV aired a Pepsi commercial from 1989 that featured Madonna on it. And the reason they did it is because she created a Pepsi commercial back in 1989, and MTV and everyone else refused to run the commercial. It was a 30-second commercial. I have seen it, but I've not seen it in a long time. But it was canceled, and Madonna refused to change any of the scenes. They showed it because in the video and in the commercial, she kisses a black priest, and that was so horrible back then that I vividly remember this controversy. I was in college when this came out. If you think things are weird and difficult and strict now, I'm here to tell you it used to be worse. We have progressed.
We have progressed. 100%.
And we've regressed a little bit from the progression.
Yep.
However, this was a real thing, and I've said on this show many, many times, I don't think a lot about Madonna as an artist or a singer or a vocalist or a musician. However, as a human being who pushed the envelope and made an impact on pop culture, she's in the top 3 of my all-time list. It's her and Elvis and Michael Jackson. She was a mega star, and the only thing that even comes close to comparing to today is Taylor Swift. And that's how big Madonna was.
I think Beyonce be up there for
no,
pushing.
man. I think Taylor Swift is now
Cardi
impacting. She has like broken records for people registering to vote. She has asked people, and they are seeing historic numbers on vote.org or whatever it is because of Taylor. And there are now people that are predicting, like political pundits, that Taylor may have a 3 to 4 point political swing in the next year's general election and the president. That's how powerful Taylor is.
Wow.
So I don't think Beyonce has that cachet, but Madonna did. Whatever Madonna said, young women and young people absolutely did it back in the 80s. They did. She was that huge.
I'll tell you, it's funny. What I think is like so important about this, and looking forward to make sure I don't ruin it, but I feel like you really missed the most important news.
What's that?
Of last weekend.
Oh, Taylor and Travis?
Darren.
Because you always get on. Okay, can I
Darren,
just tell you how annoyed I am by this?
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the
all
paper.
All of my opinions are from Darren and not the radio station.
And I'm like, did I miss a third piece where Darren can't stop talking about Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift? And here I am looking at it, going, where is the Taylor news? Darren, please, Darren, the floor is yours.
Here's
get
my
on
prediction.
this soapbox.
One day, Taylor Swift will replace the air that we breathe. She will become the new oxygen. Yeah. Did you watch the Chief games? They cut to her so many times. And I love the fact that she's dropping the F-bomb when her boyfriend Taylor makes a touchdown. Little America's
I think it was
sweetheart
an LFG a couple times.
So my selfish
Hanging out with
personal
Travis's
thought.
mom, Darren? How do you
Yes.
feel about that? How do you
what
feel
a
about
baller
that,
move by a
Darren?
new girlfriend to hang out with the mom. That's how you get in with the family.
I don't think Taylor has any problems getting in with any family, so I feel like it's more of a comfort move. But is it for is it for the spotlight again to take it
Yes,
away
of
from the
course
Chiefs,
it
Darren?
is. There's no more calculated human being on this planet than Taylor Swift.
Interesting.
So here's why I'm
Your
upset.
beloved Travis Kelce has
no.
been taken away on an
My
alien ship.
beloved sports world, which was the last place on the planet that Taylortron hasn't penetrated. Now I'm watching the Chief game because Pat Mahomes is on my fantasy football team. So I watched Chief
You mean Taylor
games.
Swift? All you're doing
Now she's going to be the coach of the team by the end of the year, right? So now I'm watching Mahomes, cheering him on to throw touchdowns, and every 4 seconds we got to cut to Taylor acting like she's surprised, just like she is at the awards show, putting on her little act. It's annoying AF. I'm so annoyed.
Darren,
Can you stay out of sports?
I mean this in the
seriously.
most loving way, but you have officially sided with all of the old people on this one.
On this topic.
the
So
groups
next-
of 60 above, don't mess with my sports,
Michael,
Taylor.
when you were fishing in Colorado last week, and you're out there by yourself shadow casting.
I wish
and
Taylor
then
would show
Taylor
up.
walks through the
Oh,
water
I'd be
and
so
stands right
excited.
next to you and
Come-
it's like, let's go, you caught a fish. Are you going to be happy or are you going to be, what are you doing
Darren,
here too?
It would be maybe the moment of my life, Taylor. Next time I'm fly fishing in the middle of the Piedra River Valley, come hang out, okay? I've caught a lot of fish, but I've never caught in a Taylor
You
Swift.
can have a moment in your life without Taylor
I'm dying.
involved.
It's so good. It's so good, people. I looked at this earlier and I already knew the answer. I was like, he didn't put it anywhere. And I just kept searching. I was like, I'm going to give him a minute. Maybe he knows this so well that he's going to wait before he talks about it.
So on my personal,
I'm so
my
pumped.
personal
I'm so
Twitter
excited.
page,
If you guys are curious, please follow our Damn Music Show on YouTube because it's going to get real hot over there. Okay,
know.
we're a little less limited on that side of it.
my
Darren,
personal
he's going to
Twitter
go off.
page,
He's gonna go off.
I put a poll.
think you mean
when
X.
will the breakup diss track from Taylor about Travis be there at the end of the season or by opening day?
What's she
next
gonna
year?
do? She already
So,
wrote an
yeah.
album called Red, so that's out. So 87 is that? She wrote 19. What is it? 89.
She wrote in 1989. He was
89.
born in 1989.
Have you
She has an
seen-
album called Red.
Have you seen that
He wears
commercial?
red, yes.
Yeah, that's funny. I was dying.
Anyway, hey, on this day, Leonard Bernstein.
Hey, I just wanted to be noted
Yes.
that I think it's a big deal for NFL that one of the biggest people is dating an NFL star. It's pop meets NFL. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great for humor,
Of
comedy.
course
It's great for
Oh,
talking.
you didn't
It
ask
couldn't
me
be
from
any
a
better.
marketing
Couldn't be
standpoint,
any
so
better,
it's awesome.
Darren.
It's a huge boon for the NFL.
It didn't take away your sanctity.
You know
of
why?
your
It's
NFL.
gonna bring in a whole new
It's
audience.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, the
you're
NFL
all right.
do you think the commissioner was just like, I just can't get any better right now?
She's gonna.
Goodell
Andy
is
Reid
just
gonna
like-
get fired, and they're gonna put her in, and she's gonna be the head
Nobody
coach.
is firing.
And
Andy
Selena
Reid.
Gomez is
Do you
gonna be
think-
the assistant head coach.
Do you think she'll be the assistant head coach?
Yeah.
And then she'll just help. Hang on, wait. I can't leave this yet. I'm sorry. I can't. Can we circle
All right,
back?
I just want to
Hang
tell
on.
you real quickly.
Hang on, wait.
This is September 26th. Yeah. On this day in 1986,
You
the
get one.
year you were born, Run DMC became the first rap group with a top 10 song, and the name of that song was Raising Hell. And then lastly, on this day in 1969, the Beatles released their 11th studio album, like in 2 years, Abbey Road, which featured the song, it happened today, my favorite song of all time, Here Comes the Sun. Micah, I want to get you to play my favorite cover song of Here Comes the Sun. It is from Gabriella Quevedo. She is 26 years old, from Sweden. She recorded this song when she was 19, 7 years ago. It's an all-instrumental version of Here Comes the Sun. Again, it is Gabriella Quevedo. I'm vamping as Micah loads
Darren,
the song.
I'm gonna play the song,
Okay.
but I still need the question answered.
Yes.
Are the Chiefs gonna be better or worse from their new acquisition on their team, Taylor Swift? Darren, I need you to
Depends on how well she runs down and outs and deep routes.
Darren, real answer. Are they? Is it gonna?
It's going to distract.
Is it? Are they gonna be worse because of it?
No, they're not.
You think they're gonna be just as good?
They'll
They
be
can.
just the
They can
same.
handle the heat.
They're going to sell more tickets.
I'll tell you,
more merchandise.
if it was because remember,
I can't believe we're spending time on this.
Wait.
We're talking about if you're just joining us, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce.
This just hit me like a ton of bricks. But there was a guy.
We're running out of time.
It's over, and it is what it is. He once played for the Silver and Blue. His first name was Tony.
Yeah, he dated Jessica Simpson.
How'd you feel about that?
It was fine because she was a nobody. Taylor is somebody.
This is criminal. You're a Taylor hater. That's all it is.
She wrote a song called Cowboy Casanova. She burned him after they broke up. That song is coming. Travis is a fool, so I'm not going to feel bad with him when she crushes them in a song, which she will do. Yeah. And I'm going to say, Travis, you had all of the, and then she's going to move on to Pete Davidson, or whoever the hell is
Did
next,
you know
and
Travis?
Trash him too.
Travis's jersey sales went up 400%
I believe it.
Here we go. Let's listen to a song. We got a little bit. I'm dying.
Here comes the sun. We're going to end on a positive note.
This is the most positive thing I've had in months. It's amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. Play.
This is a 19-year-old guitar player from Sweden, Gabriella Quevedo. How awesome is this?
It's awesome. I love it. I also love Taylor guitars.
I am impressed and annoyed that she's 19 and can play this well.
It's really lovely. Love the little walk up.
Listen to this right here.
Super buttery. Lovely.
She should be dating Travis Kelce.
Go get it, Taylor.
So
Darren,
awesome.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I follow about 5 celebrities on Instagram, and I just started following her. I've known who she is for a long time, but that's Gabriella Quevedo, Here Comes the Sun. She is now 26. She's from Sweden, amazing guitar player. Go check her out.
Hey, Darren, do you hear that?
No, I don't.
It's the sound of Taylor Swift invading your dreams and every part of your life.
No,
also, Darren,
what that is the sound of the Swifties going. You
also, Darren,
man, you know, toxic male.
You're part of the problem.
No,
you're part of the problem.
I'm part of the.
You're part of the success
that sees Taylor for who she is.
A great songwriter. And
she is
artist.
An amazing songwriter, a great musician. She's also incredibly fake a lot of the time. She's not authentic.
In life,
and her fans call her mother, which is so weird.
In life, ladies and gentlemen, we can choose to spend our time on the things that make us happy or the things that make us sad. Until next time, this is one of my favorite moments in KWVH 94.3 FM, Wimberley Valley Radio history. Really, truly enjoyed this as we can't even make it up that he let me bear trap him on that, and just like he didn't even put it on the sheets. I mean, I'm looking at the sheets. He didn't even, it just like he let me come in from left field. I love it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.